Can I tell you the thing that made me think of when you talked about the rope in WCW? You know, when I'm on the road doing stand-up and there's times I just feel crazy, I just need to put something on that soothes me. There's an interview where Stone Cold Steve Austin is talking about the different sizes of wrestling rings.
Yes.
And my fiance came in and I was watching it on YouTube or whatever, and she was like, oh my God, this is a level of wrestling fandom I've never heard. Because in the background, it's just him going, well, you get to 16, it's 16 by 18. Brother, you can get moving. Yeah. Like how he's like getting excited. It made me, he goes, now WWE is about, 20 by 20.
Yeah.
So you're running back and forth, but WCW.
It's an adjustment period because when you get in there, if you go from WCW to me, I went to ECW. It was just whichever ring Paul he could put up.
I'm talking about.
Then I went up to, WWE and it was like F, as I like to say, and it's 20 by 20. And you fucking, I could take 3 steps and be there and back and get the fucking, and get the slam from fucking Arn Anderson to hit me with that sidewalk slam.
Him talking about that. It's kind of similar to like Bret Hart, where like they're such, like masters at what they do that when you hear about them talk about it, it's like, it's cool. You're like, this is what I like podcasts for, because you can hear Stone Cold being like, brother, we're gonna get the room moving. He's like 16 by 16. Yeah. You're getting that room moving.
You might need to fucking calm it down a little bit, get into a rest hold, snug it up, please.
When we wrote a cartoon with him during the pandemic, so he would be on. We'd have phone calls with him. Me and Dan St. Germain would take phone calls with him. And one time we were talking about it. He had very little notes because his character was like, it was kind of like a parody of 80s action movies where every week, he's kind of like a Lethal Weapon character, lived in a trailer off the thing. Rad. And we had him driving, I forget what it was. It was like, we had him driving a certain kind of truck. And he read the script and he goes, love what you're doing. One note, it's got to be a Ford Bronco. And we're like, yeah, absolutely, sure. Yes, sir. And then he had a great line that I'll always forget. He goes, listen, man, when I was going through all that stuff, Vince and all them, they'd cook it up, and I'd just be there to put the salt and pepper on it. So that's what I'm going to do with you guys. And I hung up the phone, and I was at home in Denver with my mom for Christmas, and I hung up, and my mom was like having a cup of coffee, and she was like, you were 12 years old, just right there. Yeah. She was like, I was watching you float on the phone talking to Stone Cold Steve Austin. Cool. But he was just like, salt. I just remember that being like, when he called me after we were filming Billions. I had to get vaccinated to get on set, and he called me, and I missed his call, and I called him back, and he was like, heard you got the vaccine. I go, yeah. He goes, what'd you get? Pfizer or Moderna? And when I got Pfizer, he goes, all right, I heard that's a good one. And I remember being like, what am I talking to Stone Cold Steve Austin about?